Good morning, students of class 9. In this period of geography, we are going to start a new chapter, that is landforms on the earth. In the syllabus, you have mountains, plateaus, plains, definition, types, and their formation. In the definition of these three, types of these three, and the formations, process of formation of these three: mountains, plateaus, and plains. And so, as the name of the chapter is landforms on the earth, this is chapter 4, landforms on the earth. The meaning, first of all, the meaning of landforms. Different type of features, those are present on the earth. Mind it, I am discussing about the earth, not in the water bodies. Different kinds of features, those are present on the earth, on the land. In more clear way, on the land are landforms. Different kinds of features such as mountains, plateaus, plains, valleys, and so on. These are the landforms on the earth. I repeat, different kind of features, those are present on the land are landforms. Two processes are involved in the formation of a landform. Formation of landforms, two processes are involved. One is tectonic force and second is denudation force. In the formation of landforms, two types of forces are involved: tectonic force and the denudation force. So first of all, we'll discuss about the tectonic force. This force is exerted inside the earth. You know, this world is based on big rock plates. Those are floating on the semi-liquid jelly materials, that is called the asthenosphere, and those rock plates are moving continuously. During their movements, they collide with each other, they become separate from each other, they overlap upon each other. So due to this kind of movements, a force is exerted on the earth's surface and different features are formed. Mainly, tectonic force is the force that is exerted inside the earth due to movement of the big rock plates. But this denudation force, this is the external force. Different factors of the environment, different factors of the atmosphere, such as the heat of the sun, the rainfall, the snowfall, the winter season, the summer season, all these are the external factors, those affect the landforms, those affect the earth's surface. These external factors affect the earth's surface and forms different kinds of landforms. So in this you saw these two forces are responsible for the formation of landforms. Number one, tectonic force. We say this is the internal force that is exerted inside the earth, and second is denudation force. This is the external force, those are that is generated by the different factors of the atmosphere, such as the heat of the sun, the rainfall, the snowfall, and so on. Due to these two forces, landforms are formed on the earth's surface. After that, we come to our syllabus. In the syllabus, the first topic is mountain. We see what is this. As per the definition, the highland, that is 900 mountains, the highland, that is 900 meter above from the sea level, above from the sea level, 900 meter high from the sea level, that is called the mountain. More than 900 or more than 900, the land or landform that is 900 or more than 900 meter above from the sea level is called a mountain. Then we see some features of mountain. Sometimes this mountain is isolated, and this is single piece, isolated single piece of the land. This is isolated. Isolated, the meaning of isolated here, this is not included with other feature. This is isolated. One single mass of land got the height 900 meter or more than 900 meter, that is the isolated highland. As example, Kilimanjaro. Kilimanjaro, in which country? This is in Africa. Africa. Kilimanjaro is the example of isolated mountain. I repeat, isolated mountain is separate from others. This is made of the single piece of land that got the height of 900 meter or more than 900 meter. As example, Kilimanjaro in Africa is the example of isolated mountain. Number two, mountain chain. What are these mountain chain? We find this type of mountain chain. This is not isolated. It completes a chain. So this is called the mountain with ranges. This is mountain chain or range. Example, Andes in America. Andes in South America is the example of mountain chain. The first was Kilimanjaro, that is the example of isolated mountain. Second is Andes in South America, example of a mountain chain. Third is Newfold Mountain. What is this Newfold Mountain? This is newly made, and still the height of Newfold Mountain is increasing day by day. That type of mountain is Newfold Mountain. This is newly made, and the height of mountain is increasing day by day. That is the example is the Himalayas. One is worn and torn, or we say the oldest one. Worn and torn mountain, or the oldest mountain upon which the force of denudation is very active. The example is the Aravalli range. We say worn and torn mountain. This is very old. Upon this, the force of denudation is very active. Means the external factors of the environment is very active. Example is the Aravalli. The Aravalli range. This is also a range, the Aravalli range. And at last we come to discuss about the force. Which force is involved in the formation of the mountain? That force is named as orogenic force. Orogenic. Orogenic force is involved in the formation of mountain. So, in this topic, what did you see? A little revision. First of all, you saw the syllabus. In the syllabus, we have 4 topics: mountains, plains, plateaus, 3 topics, and the definition of all these 3, the kinds of all these 3, and the examples regarding the world and the India of all these 3. Then we came to the introduction of the chapter landforms. What are landforms? You saw the landforms, the different features, those are present on the earth are landforms. The cause of formation of landforms, you saw 2. Number 1 was tectonic, that is called the internal force, and number 2 was denudation, that was the external force. Then we came to our syllabus. The first is mountain. Now in mountain we saw the definition of mountain: any physical feature, any landmass that is 900 meters above the sea level is a mountain. Several types of mountains are present in the world. You saw the examples. First was the Kilimanjaro in Africa, that was the example of isolated mountain. Second example, you saw the Andes in South America, that is the example of mountain chain. Third, you saw the example of the Himalayas, that is the example of a Newfold Mountain. Fourth, you saw the example of the Aravalli range, that is the example of old mountain, or we say worn and torn mountain. And at last, you saw the force that is responsible for the formation of mountain, that is named as orogenic force. It does not mean that orogenic is internal force or external force. Collectively, internal and external forces, those are involved in the formation of the mountain, that is named as orogenic force.